Okay, it's Robert Andrews from Paid Content here with Jeff Jarvis of BuzzMachine.com at the Online Publishers Association Forum of the Future in London. Jeff, what did you think was the predominant theme of today's conference?
I think the group is realizing that we're moving to a next phase. They're not sure what it is yet. It's not about click-throughs. It's not about simple measurements. It's something to do with social. It's something to do with relationships. It's something to do with control passing on. A lot of the stuff we talk about in the blog world and paid content in my blog, I think, is coming to the big business view.
And you moderated a panel on the internationalization of online newspapers in the UK. So The Guardian is moving into the US with GuardianAmerica.com. BBC News is BBCNews.com. FT is making similar advances. What do you think of their progress so far?
I think it's really interesting that in the U.S., where many of the news media brands are shrinking, in the UK, if we include Reuters, kind of a UK company, they're seeing internationalization as an opportunity for growth. It's really the rebirth of British colonialism, I think, and imperialism. And so they see that there is traffic coming to these because in the U.S., people are willing and eager to see new voices, but they haven't figured out how to monetize this yet. So The Guardian has Reuters selling their ads. They all fear, as they always do, the BBC coming in with an ability to really have an impact on the ad market. And the FT is still making a go of it with subscription revenue. So they're all expanding internationally, while meanwhile, the New York Times is figuring out America, the Washington Post is figuring out Washington. They're really not expanding. The other thing that came out of that panel to me was the need for aggregation of this good traffic. The Guardian being sold by Reuters is a good thing, but it's still, as the New York Times pointed out, Martin Nissenbell from the panel today, it's still a fairly small number related to a huge U.S. brand. But if you took all of the U.S. audiences reading British brands, that's a great audience that I think should be sold together.
You mentioned the BBC factor there. Emily did make a comment about the BBC website being state-funded intervention in the market. Is that fair? How much of a gorilla in the room do you think BBC News is?
You know, I have this naive view of the BBC in the UK market. I know that they're the devil to everyone here because they're state-supported. But to me, the BBC should be viewed as a platform for the rest of media and as a laboratory for the rest of media. So instead of just whining about it, what I think they should do is demand that the BBC display their TV and help sell their ads and join in. Yes, the BBC is competing for ad dollars in the rest of the world, and yes, that's going to be their support in the future. But the BBC, because it is tax-supported, I think should be here. Part of its mission should be to support UK media as a whole. And I know that's heresy and naive, but what the hell, I'm an American, so I can say anything I want.
You were here at the OPA last year. Could you just join the dots between the themes from 2007 to 2008 and what you think is going to be the predominant theme next year?
The good thing about this conference versus others is that it's not fully dominated by Americans. Americans are actually, for once, in a minority in this one, which is good to see. I think what we see, though, this year is some trepidation and fear compared to the last 2 years. Last 2 years, we're smart, we know what's going on. Now the economy is faltering. There's all kinds of new stuff out there like Facebook and trying to figure that out. I think this year is a little more unsure, but I also think that's healthy because they were too cocky probably 2 years ago, and I think that we're not nearly there yet.
Okay, Jeff, thanks for your time.
Thank you.